Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Profitable Coaching Conversation Show with Wendy Y. Bailey. Yeah, everybody, I'm Wendy Y. Bailey, and I'm here with you to share, all about the key to group coaching success. I got to tell you, just to lay a little bit of a foundation. Um, for about 8 years, I taught people how to build their group coaching programs using neurolinguistic programming. So, this is a sweet spot for me. It's an area that I love talking about. It's an area that I can share very readily with clients, and they find the whole group coaching and building it easy. And it's not enough to build it and they will come. So, there are some things I'm going to talk about today that are important for you to understand about group coaching. And I'm also going to tell you 3 ways you can begin to profit. It's a 3-step strategy that you can use to profit from your group coaching program. If you're here, be sure to say hello and let me know that you're here. If you are on Facebook, be sure to grant Facebook StreamYard permission so Facebook will let me see your name and not just Facebook user. I moved the time for the show to later in the day. So I moved it back an hour. So instead of at 5 p.m., where I'm here at 6 p.m. Eastern. So I'm glad that you were able to join me if you're plugging into this for the first time. This is a live stream that I do 5 days a week. Starting next week, it'll be 5 days a week. And it's 5 days a week where I come live and I share content. Let me introduce myself for those of you who don't know me. I'm Wendy Y. Bailey. Everybody calls me Wendy Y. And I'm a 20 plus year veteran master business and sales coach. People know me as your income acceleration mentor. And I'm also the creator of the certified income acceleration coach program. I'm going to be launching it in the next few weeks. I've started to talk about it, and I'm really excited about it because it really gives me an opportunity to pour from my body of work into six-figure coaches who are ready to really master business marketing and sales to grow and scale their coaching businesses. When you get to six figures, most of the time you feel like you kind of arrived because that's what everybody's talking about. But what happens is you just have a whole lot more to do. And if you don't have structures in place to support you, you end up being sort of tethered to your business. So when I talk about six-figure coaches, when I talk about moving into the space where you are consistently earning $10,000 or more a month as a six-figure coach, I'm talking about you positioning your business to give you the level of freedom that you really desire from your coaching business. It means you're serving the bestest, mostest, cream of the crop clients in your business. It also means that you're charging at a level that represents the caliber of service and content that you're going to share, the caliber of the transformation you're going to deliver your clients to. It also means that you understand that you desire to work smarter rather than harder. So you have systems and processes and automation in place to support your success. I love talking about this stuff. I'm kind of a geekhead about it, but you may have questions and you can ask those questions. As a reminder, I'm live streaming on Facebook, my Facebook profile page, 2 Facebook groups. I'm also on LinkedIn, and I'm on 2 YouTube channels. So wherever you are, just make sure you say hello. And if you're catching the replay, you can type #replay and let me know that you were here so that I can greet you and appreciate you for stopping by and checking me out. As a reminder, today's topic is all about group coaching. The topic, as I've outlined it, just so you know, is group coaching, the key to scaling your six-figure coaching business. Yeah, if you really want to scale your business, if you really want to grow your business, group coaching must be a huge part of that. I also want to make sure you know that this series that I've been doing for this is the third week, starting the third week, is all about introducing you to my upcoming 3-part masterclass series called Elevate with wendyybailey.com. It's actually called Coach Elevation Blueprint. And it's got some really yummy content that's there to help you to begin to build out your business in ways that will really spell your preparation for growth. right? So be sure that you sign up for that. It is a free series. I'm pouring a lot of content into it. I don't want to feed you a drink of water through a fire hose, but I want to make sure that you walk away feeling like you're more prepared than you were before you came to elevate your business. Okay. It's about your mindset, it's about your business infrastructure, and it's also about sustainability. So I cover a lot of things in this three-part masterclass, and I'd love for you to join me for that. So let's jump into this conversation about group coaching. As I said before, for about 8 years, I helped coaches and speakers and trainers really create profitable group coaching programs using neurolinguistic programming, or NLP. And, most people recognize NLP because Tony Robbins was an original NLP student. And he renamed it and, changed it to make it his own. And he calls it neuro associative conditioning. So NAC, you might see those two interchangeably. But my training was in neurolinguistic programming. And the way that I poured it into group coaching is recognizing that people learn in different ways. Yeah, most people know the visual, auditory, kinesthetic, but there's also this one that is sort of unspecified, and it's called auditory digital. And auditory digital learners are people who just thrive on having lots of information. The visual learners want to see, the auditory learners want to hear, the kinesthetic learners want to feel. So when you're creating your group coaching program, you want to create something that offers a mix, a cross section of all of those types of modalities. That's kind of how I view NLP as it relates to group coaching. There are other techniques and tactics and stuff, but I'm not going to get into that. I just want you to know that when you are putting your group coaching program together, you're designing it, it really is the key to you scaling your coaching business. It means that you're leveraging your time. It means that you're leveraging your efforts, your knowledge. It means that you're leveraging what you do and how you spend time to transform the clients who come to you wanting to work with you, right? It's leverage all the way across the board. It also positions you to scale because once you have like a signature group coaching program, then you can continue to build on that and sell it over and over and over again. You can increase the fee for it, you can scale it more and more. So let me kind of back up again and start with telling you sort of my view of group coaching. I gave you a little bit of a hint, but let me say this. Group coaching is not a mastermind. It is not a teleseminar. It is not a web conference. This is the Wendy Y definition. Okay. When I talk about group coaching, a mastermind to me is where you are bringing people together and you are the sage from the stage. It's mentoring. It is everyone is bringing their best wares to support the common goal, the common objective, the common topic. And you're there as a facilitator to make sure everyone is sharing, everything is smooth. Maybe you do the administrative part and you organize the platform, you organize the timing, the calendar, the updates to whatever platform you're using. That's a mastermind group. Okay, that's how I view a mastermind group. I said mentoring. Mentoring is a little bit different because to me, mentoring is where you are the sage from the stage. You have expertise in the specific area that you're teaching, that you're training, that you're coaching on. And because of that, it's different than the mastermind group. Some people use it all interchangeably, but again, these are the Wendy Y definitions. Okay. So I talked about masterminding, I talked about mentoring. Let's talk about teleseminars or web conferences. When people say they have a mastermind or they have a group coaching program and they bring people onto a telephone line or they bring people onto a web conference, they mute everybody out and they lecture, that is not group coaching. That is not group coaching. Group coaching really involves lots more, and I'm going to get to that in just a second. When people bring you together in that way, they're teaching, you're learning, but there's no two-way communication, right? It's primarily a one-way communication, and the person who is leading that is the one who's doing all the pouring. Okay. So let's talk about what, according to Wendy Y, group coaching really does and what the distinctions are. Group coaching, first of all, is really focused on transformation. Okay. While you may get transformation in those other types of groups, group coaching, the primary goal for group coaching is transformation. Clients are coming to you as a coach. They have a specific kind of result that they're seeking. They want a specific kind of transformation. And your group coaching program is designed to give them that. You are the expert. You are the facilitator. You're the administrator. You're the person that they're looking to gain all of that knowledge, right? To gain the expertise that you can give them that creates the result in the transformation. So transformation is the key, one of the top things that distinguishes group coaching from other types of groups. When I talk about uh, transformation in the groups, let me just tell you that my key areas that I support my clients in are business, marketing, and sales. Business, marketing, and sales. Business is all about infrastructure, business processes, systems. It's about applications and automation and strategy around your infrastructure. It's also about marketing, messaging, what you do to get seen, known, and heard in the marketplace. And based on what you're doing to get seen, known, and heard in the marketplace, I'm the sage for the stage in that area as well. And then third area is what I call predictable selling secrets. It's making sure that you understand when you're stepping into a sales conversation, how you orchestrate that sales conversation, and how you're prepared to move the client from being a free client to a paying client. That's all part of that profitable selling secrets conversation. Okay. So, with those three key areas that I serve people in, my group coaching programs speak exactly to that. Okay. That kind of transformation is what my clients who come to my group coaching programs are looking for. I have a group coaching program called Predictable Coaching Income. It is a group coaching program where I'm training, where I'm interacting, where there's a lot going on, where I'm pouring content into the people who are members of that training program. I also have it's a group coaching program. I also have a group coaching program and this is hinting at the strategy I'm going to give you. But I also have a group coaching program that I designed that helps people develop content that helps people to be masterful in their delivery of the content. I have another program that's called Masterful Engagement, Masterful Enrollment. I have a series, that's my series: Masterful Content, Masterful Engagement, and Masterful Enrollment. And, those are all group coaching programs that I taught and turned into digital programs for people to consume later, right? So that's the first thing. The first thing is transformation is the key, and it's got to be focused on your area of expertise. And if you're saying to me, well, Wendy, why I don't really have what I consider to be an area of expertise yet. Maybe you're a new coach, maybe you're just starting to add coaching to what you offer in your suite of services. Well, what I want you to do is look at what you're good at while you understand what your clients have been asking for, right? What your clients have been checking in with you and saying, can you help me in this area? I'm struggling in that. And because of that, I really need your help. That's how you identify the transformation and where you're going to focus your group coaching. The other thing I love about group coaching beyond the transformation, which is pivotal, is key, is make sure that your group coaching is interactive. I mentioned it a couple of times, but let me drive it home. When you're in a web conference or a teleseminar and you've put everybody on mute and people can unmute themselves, that's great, but that's not heavy interaction. Interaction is you're asking questions, people are raising their hands and they're sharing their insights, people are volunteering for hot seats, you're actually coaching live and in living color. Interaction is one of the tenets of really powerful group coaching programs. That means you built in exercises that create that kind of interaction. I was working with a client last a couple of weeks ago, and we were talking about her signature program that she wants to put together. And one of the things we talked about was, how do you deliver your client to the transformation you promised in your program? And she was like, "Oh, I hadn't thought about it that way." And I said, "Yeah, that's the question that you answer that builds in the transformation while also supporting you and the client with interaction." Okay. Interaction is the secret sauce, because my favorite Chinese proverb is, I see, I remember, I hear, I forget, I do, I understand. So you're giving people through that interaction an opportunity to apply what they're learning. That's attentive coaching. That's a must have when you're coaching someone in a group coaching program. You've got to give them an opportunity to apply what you're teaching, what you're coaching them on, work with them through whatever it is they're missing, right? And based on working with them through whatever it is they're missing, that's when they apply it, they can transform, and then they elevate even more than that because of what you do. Let me just give you a couple of quick tools as I've named them. Powerful questions are a way of creating interactive, transformative content. Magical metaphors is a phrase that I've used as well. Evolutionary homework. So you've got to make sure that it's not just, fill in the blank. It's not just, you've got to make it something that's rich in interaction and application to create the kind of transformation you want your clients in your group coaching program to understand. The third thing I want to tell you, and I just want to make sure, I'm going to jump back in my notes and I want to make sure that I give you the right thing. Okay, I mentioned it, but once again, I'm going to drive it home again. When you are leading a group coaching program, you are the subject matter expert. You're the go-to, right? So when you create a group coaching program, you want to make sure that you are expanding what you do, expanding what you offer, and you are prepared to go the distance with your clients around that particular subject. That's what makes your group coaching program attractive to your most ideal clients. They see you, they recognize your expertise, they see how you do things, they want to learn more about you and how you do things. And that's a beautiful way to really have those three things in place to create a powerful group coaching program: transformation, um, heavy interaction, and you are the subject matter expert. You're the sage from the stage that people want to learn from. Most people think that, you know, group coaching again is those other things. But when I talk about group coaching, I'm talking about creating something that represents a hybrid approach. I love individual coaching. Like, that is like one of the things I really enjoy, that one-on-one connection and that one-on-one, sort of being in a quiet room and connecting with a client and helping that client really move in areas in their businesses. I love that. So for me, all of my group coaching programs have a component that includes one-on-one coaching as well. It's hard to do that when you get into a large number of people in your community, but it is very simple. You just look at what's the best way that I can deliver this. Maybe it is, I offer a block of time once a month. Now, I've done that for years in my academy, and people pop into Zoom in and out, and I coach people one on one. Right? Maybe it is, actual one on one. You've got a high end coaching program and you want a one on one coach to support the clients in that program. You allot so many spaces for people, and you're going to be coaching that number of people every month throughout your group coaching program. It's a supplemental, really beautiful thing that you offer when you create a hybrid that is the group coaching program, that is the one-on-one coaching component. You can also include some do-it-yourself assessments or training that you want them to go through, and then you guys come together in like an implementation lab, and that helps them apply as well. The best selling group coaching programs I've ever created and delivered were hybrid programs. Hybrid is the word I want you to think of. That means they include a lot of different things. They include the one-on-one, they include the live training, maybe there's some audio, maybe there's some assessments, maybe there's some homework, whatever it is. Create something that's rich, that you feel good about selling because of how it serves your ideal client, and then you you can set a fee that, as I tell my clients, that helps you stay in your happy place when it comes to charging. And when I say happy place, let me say this. What it means is you have people who come to you, and if there is a challenging client, or if it is tedious work for you or for them, you feel like you've earned it because of the fee that you set for it. That's your happy place. That's kind of how I define it. Okay. So now let me tell you three ways. It's a three-step strategy to profit from your group coaching program. And I've shared this so much. So if you've heard it before, just remind me. Yes, I've heard it before. That's great. If you are hearing it for the first time, in hashtag replay or in the comments, let me know. That's a great strategy. Never thought of it. But it's very simple that you begin your group coaching program with the end in mind. What that means is you're going to repurpose your group coaching program. When you understand that you're going to repurpose your group coaching program, then it says a lot about how you deliver it the first time you deliver it. The first step in the strategy is to record everything. I record all of my calls. Sometimes I say things that are brilliant, and if I don't record it, I've lost it, because you get to a certain age and you don't remember all of that, right? So record everything. If you are recording, I record everything on Zoom, right? Everything I record is on Zoom. All of my calls are on Zoom. If you want to use an enterprise version like I do, you can go to businessbeyondlimits.com// Zoom like a boss. You can sign up for an enterprise version. But I love having Zoom because I can record it. It records the transcripts for me. It records the audio if I just want the audio portion. Zoom to me does it. There are other platforms that people use, but I use Zoom, so that's what I'm gonna recommend. Another tool, if you're not keen on video just yet, you need to be keen on video. If you're not, you need to be moving in that direction. But another tool that I like to use is Uber Conference, uberconference.com. You can record your audio calls. You can share your screen. You can do a whole bunch of stuff just with audio using uberconference.com. I think it's a great way to think about how you record, because again, you're beginning with the end in mind, and your goal, your job is to think of how you're going to repurpose your content. When you have it recorded, you can slice it and dice it. You can, share clips from it. You can share audio. You can, take one piece of it and you can expand that and write more content. You can add it to your blog. You can create something from that. There are just so many things you can do when you've recorded everything. Okay. So the first step in the strategy is to record everything. The second thing is to transcribe everything. One of the reasons that I love Zoom is because I don't have to pay someone to transcribe it too. I get everything with Zoom. I get everything with Zoom. I get the video, I get the audio, I get the transcription, I get the chat. All of that is part of Zoom. Okay. And I'll put the link and you can get the enterprise Zoom like I have, and have all of that. You can do whiteboards, you can do all kind of stuff in Zoom. So transcribe everything. So that's a second step in the strategy. Record everything, everything, everything. Transcribe everything, everything. Transcribe everything, everything, everything. And then the third thing is to warehouse everything. Warehouse everything. When I talk about warehousing everything, what I'm saying to you is find a storage, a cloud storage space that you can use. There are tons out there. I'll give you my top 4. My top one is box.com. I like Box because I can make it branded. I pay a little extra every month for it, but I can brand my content, right? I can brand the warehouse so people see Business Beyond Limits in everything that I share. I love that. I also see when people are accessing the content because I have my notifications set to let me know people didn't just request it. They're actually looking at it. They're downloading stuff, and I get to see that. Right. So box.com is my number one choice. The second one I love, and my Academy membership, everything for my membership is on this platform. That's Amazon S3. It is a cloud storage warehouse by Amazon, and it's pennies based on the bandwidth that's used to consume the content. So, for my Academy members, when I've had the most Academy members, it's been less than, a few dollars a a month for them to download and access stuff. And it's free for me to upload and use it. But it costs me whenever somebody downloads the content or accesses it, because they're charging you for the bandwidth that you use, how much download strength you use for them to access the content. So that's the second one. The third one I'll give you is a free one, but it's, to me, it doesn't, it's not as sexy as the other two, and that is Google Drive. Google Drive is cloud storage. Yes. It is, you can place it up there, you can secure it, you can, it's just not as sexy to me as, the other two, right? It's not like in a confined space like the other two. And, Google Drive is free. You can use that. It works. You just need to master the security on it, the functions on it, and all that kind of stuff. And then the last one I'll give you is Dropbox. I have used Dropbox. If you have Dropbox, you probably can do some of the bells and whistles, the same bells and whistles that you get from Box. Some of them, but not all of them. But the point is, you need to have a place where you are warehousing your content. The thing I love about warehousing your content is, I get ideas sometimes when I'm driving along, when I'm in the shower, whatever it is. I get ideas and I'm like, wow, let me see if I have something like that. And I got to tell you, because I use my box.com the way that I do, there have been many times when I had an idea and I went and I looked for it, and I had already started creating something around that particular subject or topic. That's the beauty of having a warehouse, because everything is in there. The other thing I want to say about warehousing is, when you warehouse your content, it's not going to be impacted if your laptop or your desktop crashes. I've had that happen, a few times in the early years of my business. And I learned that the best place for my content is not on my computer. It's in the cloud, even more so these days, right? Because I can access it anywhere. When I travel, if I'm without my laptop, I can still go and sign into, a computer and still access my content because it's in the cloud. The last one I want to give you, and it's kind of a bonus, I don't use it a lot, but OneCloud. OneCloud is, I think it's OneCloud. It's your Microsoft cloud storage. You can use that as well. I do not advise that you use that for client work, because, I just think you should use one of the other four. Okay, let me just put it that way. But those are three ways that you can profit, begin to get paid for your group coaching. Start the practice of recording everything, transcribing everything, warehousing everything. Then, when you're putting together your big program, your high ticket program, you can pull from those resources and know exactly what you have. You can sell it before you build it, because you've already built the content, right? You can also begin to craft richer content because you've already done something. You can push the envelope more on those particular topics or those particular areas. So I've been talking about group coaching and how it is the key to scale your coaching business. You can start with a small group in your group coaching program, 10 or 12 people. I've had, as many as 35 people in one group. So being interactive, the larger the number, is a bigger challenge for you. But you can learn very easily how to manage and facilitate the group so that the interaction is great, so that you're listening to everyone. Everyone feels like they were coached and they were able to implement with your expertise and support, coaching them along the way. Group coaching is something that you can easily scale to doing so many groups a year, or having a rotating enrollment in your group coaching program. Group coaching, if you haven't figured it out, you want to make sure that you include some sort of hybrid, like I mentioned before. Once again, if you're catching me on the replay, be sure that you type #replay. If you have questions, remember that I'm on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. You can post your questions and I'll come back and I'll answer those questions for you. Be sure that you sign up for my masterclass series that's coming up. It's called Coach Elevation Blueprint. Yes, I'm giving you a blueprint on how to elevate your coaching business in 2023. Would love to see you there. Would love to serve you. Elevate with wendyybailey.com is where you go to access that, to sign up for it. Tomorrow, what I'm talking about, I'll be back tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern. I'm talking about how to work smarter and earn more in your six-figure coaching business. I told you, people are talking about six-figure coaching like it is the best thing since sliced bread, but I got to tell you, you've got to prepare for a six-figure business. And when you're in a six-figure business, you've got to make sure that you're prepared to go to multiple six figures and seven figures in a way that makes it easier, not harder, that makes it clearer in terms of what you do and how you do. Hey, Miss Wanda, how are you? Good to see you too. You've got to make sure that you have a lot of pieces in place so that you're ready when it's time to scale. Group coaching is a great way to do that. Tomorrow I'm going to be talking about how to work smarter, not harder in your coaching business. And so much of that is about the choices you make in terms of what you do every single day. Okay. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Be sure you sign up for my masterclass series. And thanks so much for tuning in. Let me know that you're here on the replay, if you're catching the replay, or if you have questions, because I'll come back and I'll answer them. Take care, everybody. Have a good night. Bye.